ඔබට ඒක තමයි වෙන්න ඕනේ. ඔබ දකින්න ඕනේ අන්න ඒක. මොන මගුලක්වත් හිතන්නේ නැතුව අර ග්‍රැමර්ද මේ ග්‍රැමර්ද උක්තේද ආඛ්‍යාතේද අරගද කියලා හිතන්නේ නැතුව ඔබට වචන ගලාගෙන බැක් කරෙන්න ඕනේ. ඒක තමයි කතා කරනවා කියන්නේ. විචාරණය කරනනේ භාෂාව විචාරණය කරනගෙන මේ කතා කරනවා කියන්නේ. අපිට දැන් පාර යනකොට භාෂාව විචාරණය කරන්න තිබුණා. ඕ මේකයි මේක නවුන් එකක් මේක අර එකක් මේක present perfect මේක past participle එක තමයි present perfect වලට දාන්නේ. passive දානකොටත් past participle ඌවා කියන්නේ නැහනේ ඔයි අපි පාරේ නේද? පාරේදී අපි කරන්නේ හලන එක වචන අපි දන්නේ නැහැ කොහෙන්ද එන්නේ කියලා දෙවියන් වහන්සේ හරි කවුරු හරි ස්වභාව ධර්මයේ දීලා තියෙනවා මිනිහට මේ ටෝක් එක. ඒ ටෝක් එක හලන්න තියෙන්නේ. කොජො ගාලා. ඒකට ග්‍රැමර් ඕනේ නැහැ. ඒකට මොන මංගල්‍යයක්වත් ඕනේ නැහැ. ඒකට ඕනේ කතා කරපු පුරුද්ද විතරයි. ඒක ගන්න නම් කතා කරනවා දකින්න ඕනි. Hello there. I'm Surang from English Pen. ඉතින් අදත් අපි total immersion වලට යන්නයි හදන්නේ. අද මම අරන් ආවේ කතන්දරේ that little red helicopter. It's a very beautiful story. පොඩි උන්ගේ කතාවක්. නමුත් ඉගෙන ගන්න ලොකු උන්. මේ TPRS කියලා ඔබ ඉන්ටර්නෙට් එකේ සර්ච් කරලා බැලුවොත් ඒක ස්ටෝරි ටෙලිං. තාම ප්‍රකට ක්‍රමයක් ලැන්ග්වේජ් ඉගෙන ගන්න. පොඩි උන් නෙමෙයි. ඕනම කෙනෙක් ලොකු අය. වයසක අය හැමදෙනාම ස්ටෝරිස් අස්සෙන් තමයි ලැන්ග්වේජ් එකක් ඉගෙන ගන්න හොඳම ක්‍රමයක් වෙන්නේ. ඉතින් ඔබ ඒක ගහලා බලන්න. TPRS ඔබට එතකොට තේරෙවි මේක. අපි හැම වෙලාවෙම සිංහල ඉංග්‍රීසි මිස් කරගෙන දඟලනවා. ඒකද ඔබට කොච්චර ඉංග්‍රීසි අමාරු වුණත් සම්පූර්ණයෙන්ම ඉංග්‍රීසි අස්සට වැටුනහම තමයි ඉංග්‍රීසි පුළුවන් වෙන්නේ. කතා කරන්න පුළුවන් වෙන්නේ. සිංහලත් එක්ක අපි මිශ්‍ර කරගෙන දිගටම ඉංග්‍රීසි අරගෙන ගියොත් ඒක හරියන්නේ නැහැ. සිංහල මුලින් පාවිච්චි කරාට කමන්නේ නැහැ. හරියට කැවුම් බදිනවා වගේ. දැන් කැවුම් අනන්නේ වතුරෙන්නේ. දැන් බදින්නේ තෙලෙන්. වතුරෙන් ගන්නලා වතුරෙන් බැදලා හරියන්නේ නැහැ. එතකොට අපි ට්‍රාන්ස්ලේෂන් මෙතඩ් එකකින් ඉගෙන ගත්තට සිංහල කලවම් කරලා ඉගෙන ගත්තට අපි වැඩේ පාවිච්චි කරන්න ගියාම අපි සම්පූර්ණයෙන්ම ටෝටල් ඉංග්ලිෂ් වලට නේද ටෝටල් තෙල් වලට යන්න වෙනවා කැවුම් බදින්න. වතුර මිශ්‍ර කරලා කැවුම බෙදලා හරියන්නේ නැහැ. ඒක අපි තේරුම් ගන්නෙ නැහැ. අපි හැමදාම බොහොම රසවත් කල්පනා කරනවා මේ රසවත් තේරෙන සිංහලෙන් ඉංග්‍රීසි දිගටම ඉගෙන ගන්න. ඉගෙන ගන්න ඕනි. හැබැයි සදාකාලිකව නෙමෙයි, දිගටම නෙමෙයි. දිගටම ඉගෙන ගත්තොත් ඔබට කතා කරන්න වෙන්නේ නැහැ. එයින් අපි යන යම් කතන්දරේට මම ඔබට කියන දේ තමයි ඔබට ගොඩාක් ඉංග්‍රීසි අමාරු කෙනෙක් වුණා වුණත් සිංහලෙන් විතරක් ඉංග්‍රීසි තේරෙන ඉංග්‍රීසි තේරෙන්නේ නැති කෙනෙකුට මේක මාර වැදගත්. මොකද එයාට මේකෙන් දොරක් ඇරෙනවා. අයි ඕපනර් එකක් ඇරෙනවා. ඒකින්ද මේ සරල කතන්දරේ විවිධ වචන තියෙනවා. ඒකේ ප්‍රශ්නයක් නැහැ. මේ කතාවේ කියන ඔක්කොම වචන ඔබට තේරෙන්න ඕනිත් නැහැ. ඔබ අවසානයේ බලන්න මේ කතාවෙන් මම කියා දෙන්න හදපු දේ ඔබට තේරෙනවද කියලා. ඒ වචන තේරෙනවද කියන එක ඔබට ලොකු වැදගත්කමක් නැහැ. මම කියා දෙන්න හදන කතන්දරය ඔබට තේරෙනවා නම් that is good. ඒක තමයි total immersion එකේ බලාපොරොත්තුව මගේ. එhmenan අපි යන් ඉදිරියට the little red helicopter. ඔබට පේනවා මෙතන දර්ශනයක්. right. අපි එනං ඉංග්‍රීසි වලට channel එක මාරු කරනවා. The story is Little Red Helicopter, and today I'm going to talk about, I'm going to tell you a very beautiful story, that is the Red Little Helicopter. You can see the Red Little Helicopter here, and you can see somebody is carrying things, that is using a vehicle, and you can see an airplane landing. Okay, there is something here I cannot see, that is the place where the controlling unit is. That's it. Shall we go to the story? Shall we see what's happening there? Right on the edge of a busy airport stood the little red helicopter. Right on the edge of a busy airport stood the little red helicopter. Right on the edge of a busy airport. There is an airport. It is really busy. Why is an airport busy? Because a lot of good number of airplanes land and taking off. and a lot of movements in this airport. So that is the reason why we call it busy. You know what busy is? A busy airport. You have the idea. Right on the edge of a busy airport stood the little red helicopter. Right on the edge of a busy airport. This is the book that I have taken this story. This is the edge of the book. Edge. So if this is airport, edge is this. This is another edge. This is another edge. So the helicopter should be somewhere at a corner. Somewhere near here. Near the edge. So not in the middle part. The helicopter is not given a good place. That is the reason why it has been taken to a corner, taken to the edge. That is not really important. That is what they are going to talk about. So, right on the edge of a busy airport stood the little red helicopter. Oh, now you know where the red helicopter is. The helicopter is not in the middle part of the airport. It is at the edge of the airport. Little red helicopter. That is really little. All day long, he watched the huge jet planes taking off and landing on the runway. All day long, he watched the huge jet planes. You know, huge means really big. Jet planes taking off and landing on the runway. What is runway? Runway is the place, the road where planes landed. So I'm going to draw runway. This is runway. This part is called runway. You know what I mean? Yeah. So they say that planes take off and land. What is taking off? Taking off is leaving the ground. The plane's leaving the ground. Leaving the ground, going away from the ground, and start flying. The plane going away from the ground and start flying. That is what we call taking off. Yeah, landing is bringing airplanes down on the, what we call this runway, on the ground. If you bring a plane down on the ground, that is landing. So, what did they watch? He watched. All day long, he watched the jet planes taking off and landing on the runway as they carried passengers to faraway places. So, the planes carried passengers to faraway places. Carry means taking something from one place to another. He is carrying a very heavy bag. He's carrying a heavy bag. Yeah, carrying a heavy bag or something like that. Carrying is taking something from one place to another. So all day long he watched the huge jet planes taking off and landing on runway as they carried passengers far away to faraway places. The job of the airplanes was to carry people from one part to another part of the country. Why is that? All day long he watched the huge jet planes taking off and landing on runway. They carried passengers to faraway places. It must be wonderful taking people on holiday. Sighed the little red helicopter, but nobody ever notices me. Oh. The planes, not the helicopter. Helicopter is somewhere at the edge of the airport. You understand what I mean? Helicopter is at the edge of the airport, not the planes. Planes playing the main role. The planes take off and planes land, and planes carry people from one part to another part of the country and things like that. Yeah. One thing that this little red helicopter noticed was that on holidays, people are really, really happy and they are really good. And they have time to think about other people, animals, and things like that. But but on working days when they go to work, they are really, really busy and they have no time to think about other people, to think about animals around them, to think about birds and other sort of things and things around. So therefore, as a matter of fact, on holidays, people are really happy, and on working days, people are not that happy. So therefore, little red helicopter like to take people to places on holidays, not working days. And on working days, people are really, really busy. They don't look at other people. They don't notice other people. They don't pay attention to other people and things around them. They just go to work. Yeah, that is it. It must be wonderful taking people on holiday. Sighed the little red helicopter. Why? Why did he say so? Shall you see? It must be wonderful taking people on holiday. Sighed the little red helicopter. Sighed. Yeah. Something like that. It must be wonderful taking people on holiday. Sighed the little red helicopter. But nobody ever notices me. I like to take people on holidays. I like to take people to different places on holidays. I like it. But they want me on their working days. What I'm doing is I'm taking these people to work. But on holidays, they don't want me. They don't want to look at me. They don't want to think about me. They just go here and there and they do not notice me. But I like going with them on holidays, not on working days. That is what they say, what the helicopter says. It must be wonderful taking people on holiday. Oh, sighed the little red helicopter. But nobody ever notices me. Nobody ever notices me. People do not want to notice me. I'm here on holidays. And I'm here on working days. But on working days, people come and they wanted me to take them to different places, to their work. But on holidays, I'm here. I'm not going anywhere. But they don't notice me. They don't want to think about me. They don't want to get the help that I'm going to give them. So nobody ever notices me. Every morning, little grey helicopter flew businessmen into city to work and brought them back to the same place every night. Every morning, the little grey helicopter flew businessmen into city to work. Every morning, the little red helicopter flew businessmen. That is, it takes businessmen. Businessmen, you know what? Businessmen are really busy. Businessmen into city. You know what city is? City. City is really just like gold, just like Ratnapur, just like Colombo, just like Candy cities. Cities are really busy, you know. People in the cities are really, really busy. They go to supermarket, just buy things and come back home and cook and eat and sleep and do things like that. They don't enjoy the life that much. Every morning, the little grey helicopter flew businessmen to the city to work and brought them back to the same place every night. It was very dull. This routine is really dull. What is dull? Helicopters taking people to city and bringing them back at night. It was very dull. No one ever smiled at the little red helicopter. It was very dull. Helicopter says it's really dull. No one ever smiled at the little red helicopter or thanked him for a nice flight. Yeah. The busy people, I mean the people going to work, never thank the helicopter. Thank you, helicopter. Thank you. No, it is never done. They don't notice the helicopter. They just go into the helicopter, get down, and go to work, and that's what's happening. Nobody thanks the helicopter. Nobody notices the helicopter. Nobody pays attention to the helicopter. Nobody wants the helicopter. Yeah. Every morning, the little red helicopter flew businessmen into the city to work and brought them back to the same place every night. It was very dull. No one ever smiled at little red helicopter or thanked him for a nice flight. Nice flight is, flying, you understand, flight. His passengers ignored him. Ignore. What is ignore? What is ignoring? Not paying attention. For example, I'm going to a party. Just think about that. I'm going to a party. There is a friend of mine. I don't like that guy. So I ignore him. I don't talk to him. I'm not looking at him. Yeah. I ignored him. Yeah. You understand? I ignore. So at times we say, don't ignore me. Some people, some of our friends would not talk to us in parties, in weddings or whatever. They just dance and we go together, but they do their own activities. They are involved in different activities, and they don't want to come to us and hello, Machan, come and have something, things like that. And so they ignore us. What is ignoring us? They don't pay attention to us. Machan Suranga. Then they are paying attention. Some people come and they pay attention. They don't ignore us. Machan Suranga. Hello there, Suranga. And they pay attention to us. And that is, they don't ignore us. Some people don't want to look at us. Oh yeah, they just ignore us. You understand what ignoring is. It was very dull. No one ever smiled at a little red helicopter or thanked him for a nice flight. The passengers ignored him. They were far too busy to notice the little red helicopter. These people are not bad. The problem is actually they are too busy to notice them, notice the little red helicopter. They were far too busy to notice the little red helicopter. Far too busy, not too busy. Far too busy. I'm going out of focus, yeah, right. Far too busy to notice the little red helicopter. Who are busy? The people going to work are really busy to notice the little red helicopter. Really, really sad. You can see the picture here, what we were talking about. Yeah. But here goes a different thing. Now one morning something different happened. Sorry. Now one morning something different happened. One particular morning, you can see that. You can see what is happening. You can see what is happening. Now one morning, before starting this, I would say something in Sinhala. Then මෙහෙම යනකොට ඔබට මේක ඩල් වගේ වෙන්න පුළුවන් කරන්න දෙයක් නැහැ ඒකට ඔබ මේකේ ඔක්කොම වචන ඔබට තේරෙන්න ඕනේ නැහැ මේ කියන්න හදන එක මම එක එක විදිහට කියනවනේ එතකොට මොන විදිහෙන් හරි මේ කතාව චුට්ටක් තේරෙනවා නම් ඒ හොඳටම ඇති ඒකෙන් හින්දා වචන තේරෙන එක හෝ මේ ඔක්කොම තේරෙන එක නෙමෙයි බලාපොරොත්තු මොනවා හරි තේරෙන එක ඉංග්‍රීසියෙන්ම යන දේවල් තේරෙන එකේ වැදගත්කම තමයි මේ ස්ටෝරිස් වල තියෙන්නේ. ඒකෙන්ද මේක බලාගෙන මම එකම දේ එක එක විදිහට කියනවා. එතකොට ඔබට පේනවා මම මේවා හදනවා කියලා. කලින් ස්ක්‍රිප්ට් එකක් ඔය හරි ලියපු එකක් කරව මේවා නෙමෙයි මම ඔලු ගෙඩියෙන් හදනවා මේ. මට කියන්න ඕනිව මෙතන හිටගෙන. ඒක තමයි ස්පෝකන් ලැන්ග්වේජ් එක කියලා කියන්නේ. ස්පෝකන් කියලා කියන අපි හිතලා හදන එක. ඒක තමයි ඔබට පේන්න ඕනි. මොකක් හරි ට්‍රාන්ස්ලේට් කරන එක නෙමෙයි. මම කියනවා අපි තුමු මට කියන්න පුළුවන් වෙනස් දෙයක් සිද්ධ වුණා අපි කොහොමද කියන්නේ කියලා මම මේක කියනවා something different happened this morning, something different happened yesterday, something different happened last week. ඕවා මම සිංහලේ මේක මිශ්‍ර කරලා කිව්ව කියලා ඔබේ ඔළුවේ ඉංග්‍රීසියට හර වෙන්නේ නැහැ. ඒකද ඔබ කොහොම හරි ඒවා ඉගෙන ගන්න ඕනේ. ඒවත් ඉගෙන ගන්න ඕනේ. කමක් නැහැ ඒකද. හැබැයි ඔබ කොහොම හරි ඉංග්‍රීසියෙන්ම විතරක් ඇහෙන තැනකදී තමයි ඔළුව අස්සේ ඉංග්‍රීසි පැටර්න් ෆික්ස් වෙන්න පටන් ගන්නෙ. ඒකින්ද මම මේ කරන දේ තුලින් ඔබට ලැබෙන්නේ ඉංග්‍රීසියෙන් හිතන්න පුළුවන් වීම. ඒකින්ද මේක බලා ගන්න කියලා මම යෝජනා කරනවා. Now, one morning මම මේක සිංහලෙන් කිව්වොත් ඔබට හොඳට තේරෙනවා. හොඳයි මගේ සිංහල බොහොම හොඳයි ඉංග්‍රීසි වලට කොට වැඩිය ගොඩාක්. ඉංග්‍රීසි මට පුළුවන් එක නම් මට සිංහල 85ක් පුළුවන්. ඒ හින්දා ඒ වුණාට මට මම මේක ඔබට කොහොම හරි ඉංග්‍රීසියෙන් ඔලු ගෙඩියට දාන්න හදන්නේ. ඒක වටහා ගන්න. එතෙන්ටයි යන්න ඕනි. මට කියා දෙන්න බැරි කමකට නෙමෙයි සිංහලෙන්. උඩ පැනලා කියා දෙන්න බලන්න මට සිංහලෙන්. Now one morning something different happened. Oh, something different happened. Not the same thing. Same pen, different pens. You understand what I mean? Different. Now one morning something different happened. You say, when you think about cars, for example, Volkswagen, same car, same brand. Volkswagen and Toyota, different brands. That is different. Now one morning something different happened. A worried looking gentleman, what is worried looking? Worried is actually unhappy in a way, worried looking. If somebody is worried looking, something like that. Now one morning something different happened. A worried looking gentleman came running towards the little red helicopter. Came running. Man came running towards means in that direction, yeah. So somebody was running towards the helicopter. Now one morning something different happened. Worried looking gentleman. That was, when you look at his face, he was not happy. He was excited. Oh, he was really in a bad mood. That is why we call it worried. Feeling unhappy. If you feel unhappy, you are worried. I'm worried. I'm happy. I'm worried. Oh yeah. One morning something different happened. A worried looking gentleman came running towards the little helicopter. Can you take off and land in a very small place, on a very small place? Yeah. I cannot see this word. Little helicopter. Can you take off and land in a very small place? Can you take off? The man came running towards the helicopter. Come to the helicopter and ask the helicopter this question. The man asked the helicopter, helicopter, can you take off? Can you take off and land on a very small place? Take off and land on a very small place. I think it can be. Why? Helicopter is a small thing, not an airplane. And another thing is, you know, that helicopters can move vertically in a very slow manner, going up and going down and things like that. You cannot, airplanes cannot do that. You understand what I mean? Airplanes cannot do that. Airplanes to take off or land, airplanes need a runway. Runway is a very long, strong, hard road. Sort of a road made hard. Just like a highway. And but helicopters need no such things. They can come down and they can go up at a very particular point, you know, hovering. Another thing is helicopter can hover. Hover means somehow staying at one place in air, hovering. Sometimes birds hover, you understand? Sometimes bird can hover. I think we found this word in another story. I can remember that. Another helicopter story. Can you take off and land in a very small place? The gentleman shouted loudly. What is shout? You understand? Shout. Loudly. You understand? Loud. My sound is not now. My sound is not loud. My voice is not loud now. Very calm. My voice is very calm and quiet. I'm calm and quiet. You cannot hear my voice properly. But Hello. Now my voice is loud. You understand? Loud. Loudspeaker. That's the reason why we call the speakers loudspeakers, because the sound is made loud. Can you take off and land in a very small place? The gentleman shouted loudly, "Will you please come to our rescue?" Oh, will you please come? Will you please come? Will you please come? Will you please? Will you please? What is will you please? By saying will you please, that is inviting. Will you please? That is, he wanted to do something. He wanted the helicopter to do something. That is what he says. That is making a request. Will you please? Will you please open the door? Will you please open the door? That's a request. Will you please open the door? Will you please come to our rescue? What is rescuing? Rescue. Rescue is protecting, saving somebody, basically. When they are in a very dangerous or sort of in a danger or in a very bad situation. For example, maybe it is flood, maybe it is landslide, maybe it is another catastrophe, bad things in maybe tsunami, maybe something. When people are trapped, when people are helpless, we can go and we can save their lives. We can save them. So that is rescue. Please come to our rescue. You understand? Rescue. Rescue. Yeah, that is it. That is it. The little red helicopter was overjoyed. So they wanted the little red helicopter to go to a place to rescue people. Rescue people. Rescue people means save their souls. SOS. That is saving them. Yeah, saving them is, what should you say? That saving them is that they are in a danger. They are in a very dangerous situation. Then somehow we have to eliminate that danger. We have to bring them to a safe area, something like that. Rescue. The little red helicopter was overjoyed. Joy means happiness. The little red helicopter overjoyed. Overjoyed means very happy. Adventure at last. Adventure. Helicopter thought, adventure at last. What is adventure? Adventure is something that is really dangerous, that is really exciting, something like that. Adventure. If you are going through a forest, not it is a mere forest, it is a forest where elephants, tigers, and all the other animals are. So that is an adventure. Why? It is really dangerous, it is risky, and it is different, and it's really an excitement, and that is it. So that is adventure. So for helicopter, this is a new experience. That is an adventure. At last, he agreed at once. At last, finally. At last means finally an adventure. Oh, I like that. He agreed at once. Agreed means he said, yeah, he liked to do it. He agreed. Straight away, patapatas, the staff from the airport pulled out the little red helicopter seats and began to fill up the space with sacks. To fill up the space with sacks and bales of hay. Straight away, without wasting time, patapatas. Straight away, the staff from the airport, nobody noticed the helicopter for a long period of time. Helicopter was there at the edge of the airport. Nobody wanted to look at him. Nobody wanted to notice him. Nobody wanted to pay attention to him. But now, today, something different happened. A man came running and he requested the helicopter. He wanted the helicopter to go to a place to save people, rescue people. And the helicopter liked it very much, and the helicopter said, okay, I'm coming. And But what happened next is the little red helicopter seats, and began to, straight away the staff from the airport pulled out. You understand? Pull out. Pull out. Pull out. I don't pull out this because I won't be able to do this. Pull out little red helicopter seats and began to fill up the space. Now, when seats are taken away, seats are pulled up, no more seats. I mean, the pilot and other people, they do have seats, but all the other seats are removed, that is pull up and taken out. And now it is ample space, enough space when seats are taken out. And then you can fill that with what? Bales of hay. Bales of hay. You know what hay is? Hay is generally when you cut paddy, the bundles that you make cutting paddy is hay. The what do we call the paddy is removed. Paddy is removed, and the rest part is basically hay. The rest is hay, and we bundle it basically. You know that in places where these activities go, you would find hay. Hay is seed removed paddy plant. How they scratched and tickled the poor little red helicopter. How they scratched and tickled the poor little red helicopter. How they scratched and tickled. Scratch, you understand? You understand what I mean by scratching? You can see I'm scratching my t-shirt. Yeah. This part of my body. Yeah. And tickling is moving your finger in very sensitive places so that you tend to laugh. For example, if I tickle someone, if I tickle Sunil, I send my finger over on Sunil's very sensitive places, just like armpit, and then Sunil would jump into laughter. That is it. They start laughing. So that is tickling. How they scratch and tickle the poor red helicopter. The writer says, oh, it's really sad to see they have taken they scratch and tickle the helicopter. That is making helicopter uneasy. So when doing all these things, helicopter like his seats. Okay, helicopter like his seats, and they are well fixed to the helicopter. These guys remove the seats from the helicopter, then helicopter would be really uneasy, not very easy, uneasy. Ayyo. And then the writer thinks, oh, how they scratched and tickled the poor little red helicopter. Then what happened? The pilot climbed in and started the engine. The pilot climbed in. Why climbed in? Helicopter. So to get onto the helicopter, you have to go on steps, sort of steps. So the pilot climbed in. He climbed that particular ladder or something, and then climbed in. And climbed in is he climbed that. Now he is in the helicopter. Started the engine and blades began to spin. 3 blades, 2 blades, I think, a helicopter. And soon they were flying high over. Excuse me, I'll take this. That will be easy. The pilot climbed in and started the engine. What did the pilot do? Pilot climbed in. Climbed in means he climbed, and now he is in the helicopter. Climbed in and started the engine. The blades began to spin. And soon they were flying high over the airport. And soon, with no time, with no time, they were flying high, not flying low, flying high over the airport. Over the airport, they're flying now. The little helicopter and the crew and everything. We must travel across country and up into the hills, shouted the pilot above all the noises. Yeah. We must travel across country. Travel across country, across country. Country is outside the town area. The town is town and countryside. You know what? Town and country. Yeah. Now, the helicopter has to fly over country. We must travel across country. Across countries, not using the main roads or the specially prepared ways, but they somehow take a different route, going across the a sort of an area. That is why they say we must travel across the country, not using the roads or things like that, main roads and things like that. Across the country means somehow you select a route so that you can easily reach that particular place. That is across country and up into the hill. Up into the hill. Hill is mountainous areas, hill. Hilly areas, hill, Richmond Hill, and there are different hills. So mountain-like things, smaller hills. We must travel across the country and up into the hill, shouted the pilot above all the noises. Shouted the pilot above all the noises. Very beautiful. Shouted the pilot. Why pilot shouted? Pilot shouted. Pilot shouted. And the voice is really loud. Why he made the voice loud? The reason is shouted the pilot above all the noises, because helicopter is really noisy. Helicopter produces a lot of noise, sound. You cannot hear. So pilot had to speak in that particular way. So he had to use a very loud voice so that other people can hear what he says. The pilot above all the noises. Do you think you can land with such a heavy load? Now he has a very heavy load. The piles of hay and all the other materials. There are sort of food and other stuff in the helicopter. So with all these things, the helicopter is flying, and the pilot asked, do you think he can land with such a heavy load? Pilot asked the helicopter, helicopter, do you think that you can land with such a heavy load? The load is really heavy. I think I can. Whirred the little red helicopter, whirred the little red helicopter. Whir means making a very low noise of machines, like a machine. Machines produces very low noise, something like that. So helicopter produces a different noise, different sound to say yes. The pilot asked, do you think that you can land with such a heavy load? Helicopter? Change the tone. Things like that. Helicopter answered the question. Do you think he can land with such heavy noise? I think I can. Whirred the little red helicopter. I'll do my very best, he said. Helicopter said, I'll do my very best. That is his noise, a different noise, machine noise. I think I can. Whirred the little red helicopter. I'll do my very best. When he reached the little hills, you can see that. You just go to the picture here. Just go to the picture here. Oh, what's happening? Oh, beautiful picture. You can see a deluge. Every part of that place is flooded. This is a flood. You can see animals. Animals are in the hilly areas, in the top part of the hill. And so this is really a very small place. That is the reason why the pilot, the man asked, can you land on a very small place? This is the small place. Airplane cannot do this job. Yeah. So, shall we see the picture? completely, complete picture. Oh, you can see the picture. Yeah, beautiful. When he came to the hills, when he came to the hills, the little red helicopter looked down. Looked down. There were there were floods everywhere. Everywhere floods. You saw the picture. Floods everywhere. The countryside below him were covered with water. Countryside. That is, countryside is not the town. That is countryside. Countryside. Below him, above, below, above, below, above my head, below my head. The countryside below. Countryside should be below. It cannot be above. Countryside below. Him covered with water, and the animals had been moved to higher ground. Animals had been moved to higher ground. You saw that. Higher ground. Higher ground is elevated places. Elevated places. That elevated means, to the apex, to the top part of a hill. The rest has been flooded. The countryside below him was covered with water, and the animals had been moved to higher ground. At last, the little red helicopter reached the hillside and landed carefully on a very small place. Yeah, space. At last means finally. Finally, the little red helicopter reached the hillside and landed carefully on a very small place. You understand? No need. Everyone clapped and cheered. What is clapped? And cheered, shouted in support. Yeah, cheered. In when you have sports meet, people cheer. I don't know the single words they say, and cheer. That is supporting, making loud noises, loud sound, saying things for support. That is cheering. Everyone clapped and cheered and shouted, "Well done!" They, well done. They crowded around the little red helicopter. Crowded around. Crowd is a good number of people, good number of things, crowd. They crowded around the little red helicopter. Crowded around means a lot of people came at once. So that helicopter was surrounded by good number of people. You cannot see the helicopter. Everyone clapped and cheered and shouted. Well done. They crowded around little red helicopter and made him feel like a hero. Made him feel like a hero. No, the people wanted to make the little red helicopter a hero, not hero. Hero is a person, that who has done something marvelous, who has done something brave or important, so that people recognize him as a very good guy, hero. For example, in war heroes we have, and national heroes we have. Sri Lanka national heroes, you understand what I mean? National heroes. Good list of national heroes are there. And war heroes. Densil Kobbakaduwa. That is General Densil Kobbakaduwa is considered to be a war hero. And Gamini, a soldier, Gamini, a soldier who jumped at a particular armed vehicle to blast it to save our people, is considered to be a war hero. Hero, yeah, hero. The feminine thing is heroine. Hero, heroine. Hero, heroine. In films, we find heroes and heroines. Hero. If it is male, that is hero. Female, that is heroine, not heroine. Everyone clapped and cheered and shouted, "Well done." They crowded around the little helicopter and made him feel like a hero. The animals hadn't eaten for 2 whole days. Oh, how bad that is. The animals had not eaten. Had animal eaten? No. Animal hadn't eaten for 2 whole days. Soon they were tucking into the food. What is tucking into the food? If you tuck into the food, you um, eat with enthusiastically. You eat food happily. That is tuck into food. These words should come together. Tuck into food. If you tuck into food, you eat it vigorously. You eat it happily. Yeah, that is it. Tucked into food. So soon they were tucked into food. And the little helicopter had brought such a long way. They tucked into the little food. What sort of little food? The little red helicopter had brought such a long way. The little red helicopter brought that food a long way. So now they tuck into the food. Little red helicopter brought. Bring brought. You saved the day, said the pilot with a smile. Would you like to be a rescue helicopter from now on? Oh, now nobody wanted to look at the helicopter. Nobody wanted to look at the helicopter. Nobody wanted to notice the helicopter. Nobody paid attention to the helicopter when the helicopter was at the edge of the airport. But now people say, now the pilot says, you have saved the day, said the pilot with a smile. Would you like to be a rescue helicopter from now on? From today onwards? After today, would you like to be a rescue helicopter? Would you like to go to places and save people's lives like this? Helicopter would like it very much, right? Because he wanted to do a good thing to good people. Yeah. So a little helicopter lifted right off the ground. Lift means lifting. Lift means I lift this pen. I lift this pen. Lifting is somehow I move something upwards. Lifting. So helicopter moved himself up. Yeah. Yeah, saved the day, said the pilot with a smile. Would you like to be a rescue helicopter from now on? The little helicopter lifted right off the ground with pride. Little helicopter, lifted a bit and show that he was really, really happy and he was really proud of what he was asked. The very next day, that is, very next day means the following day, the pilot painted the words. Painted the words. He somehow used a sticker or something. We do have digital things now, so you can paste it on the helicopter. So something like that. Those days, no digital things. When this book was printed, probably this book was of in 1980s, so 1970s, it's been printed. So little helicopter lifted right off the ground with pride. Pride means he was really proud. Proud is adjective, pride is noun. Yeah, pride. The very next day, the pilot painted the words "rescue helicopter" in back on his side. So then the pilot painted the words "rescue helicopter" in black on his side. In black on his side. Whose side? Helicopter's side. His means helicopter's side. That is the story. So that is it. So in a nutshell, if I say the story, there was a helicopter. Helicopter was not recognized. Helicopter was at the edge of the airport. Nobody noticed the helicopter. Airplanes landed and airplanes took off. but nobody noticed the helicopter, and helicopter basically was used to carry people from town to different places for their work, and they come back, and people were really really busy, and they do not want to think about the helicopters. Helicopter was really sad because nobody noticed the helicopter. And one day a man came running saying, "Our helicopter, there is a job for you, and we have to go to a place, a very small place, and we have to rescue people going there." And the helicopter liked it very much. And then what happened was, they removed all the seats, not all the seats, not the seat of the pilot of the helicopter, and all the other seats they removed, and they put bales of hay and most of the lot of other materials, food stuff into the helicopter. And then helicopter started flying, and while helicopter was flying, going to that particular place, and the pilot asked, hello helicopter, do you think that you can land yourself on a very small place? Helicopter said, okay, I'll do my best. You remember the story? And then they went to the place. When they went to the place, helicopter looked down, and helicopter saw that the place was underwater, and that was really a flood, and the animals and other people have come to the summit of that particular place, that is the topmost part of that hilly area, and to save their lives. Okay, they liked very much, and the people clapped and cheered, saying, you are a hero, you are a hero. And then helicopter liked it very much, and then they had never eaten things for 2 days, and the animals rushed towards the helicopter, and all the food, they started eating the food given with no time. And then thereafter, so the pilot asked the helicopter, do you like to be a rescue helicopter? And helicopter said, okay, I like it very much. And helicopter was really happy. And the helicopter a little bit raised himself to show that the pilot that he liked it very much. And then finally, the pilot painted the words rescue helicopter, painted the words rescue helicopter on the side of the helicopter. And that is it. Did you see that? I didn't think about grammar. I didn't think about words or phrases. ඒවා ගැන මං කල්පනා කරේ නෑනේ. දැන් මේ අන්තිමට මං කියනකොට හොඳට බලන්න. කල්පනා කල්පනා කරේ නෑ. ඔබට ඒක තමයි වෙන්න ඕනේ. ඔබ දකින්න ඕනේ අන්න ඒක. මොන මගුලක්වත් හිතන්නේ නැතුව අර ග්‍රැමර්ද මේ ග්‍රැමර්ද උක්තේද ආඛ්‍යාතේද මේකද අරකද කියලා හිතන්නේ නැතුව ඔබට වචන ගලාගෙන බැක් කරෙන්න ඕනේ. ඒක තමයි කතා කරනවා කියන්නේ. විචාරණය කරනනේ භාෂාව විචාරණය කරනගෙන මේ කතා කරනවා කියන්නේ. අපිට දැන් පාරේ යනකොට භාෂාව විචාරණය කරන්න තිබුණා. ඕ මේකයි මේක noun එකක් මේක අර එකක් මේක present perfect මේක past participle එක තමයි present perfect වලට දාන්නේ. passive දානකොටත් past participle ඕවා කියන්නේ නැහැනේ. ඔයි අපි පාරේ නේද? පාරේදී අපි කරන්නේ හලන එක වචන අපි දන්නේ නැහැ කොහෙන්ද එන්නේ කියලා. දෙවියන් වහන්සේ හරි කවුරු හරි ස්වභාව ධර්මයේ දීලා තියෙනවා මිනිහට මේ ටෝක් එක. ඒ ටෝක් එක හලන්න තියෙන්නේ. කොජො ගාලා. ඒකට ග්‍රැමර් ඕනේ නැහැ. ඒකට මොන මංගල්‍යයක්වත් ඕනේ නැහැ. ඒකට ඕනේ කතා කරපු පුරුද්ද විතරයි. ඒක ගන්න නම් කතා කරනවා දකින්න ඕනි. ඉංග්‍රීසියෙන් හිතන්න පුරුදු කරන්න තමයි මම මේ පුංචි වැඩපිළිවෙල අරගෙන යන්නේ. ඔබ ඒක වටිනාකම වටහාගෙන මම කරන දේ මම වටනවා කියලා කියන එක හොඳ නෑ. එහෙම ඒක නරකයි කියන එක. නමුත් ගොඩක් අය කමෙන්ට් කරලා තිනවා ඒගොල්ලෝ මගේ වීඩියෝස් මුලින් බැලුවේ හරි අකමැත්තෙන් කියලා. ඉංග්‍රීසියෙන්ම පච ගන්න හින්දා. හැබැයි ඒගොල්ලෝ දන්නේම නැතුව වෙනම මාර්ගයකට වැටුණා කියලා මේක කමෙන්ට් කරලා තියෙනවා. දැන් ඒගොල්ලෝ ඒක අස්සේ යනවා. ඒගොල්ලෝ මගෙන් ඉල්ලනවා මේ වීඩියෝස්. එහෙම මම ඔබට ඒ කමෙන්ට්ස් කීපයක් පෙන්නන්නම් ඊළඟ වීඩියෝ එකේදී. මිනිස්සු කියලා තියෙන මේක බලන. ඒකින්ද මට හරි සතුටුයි. ඒකින්ද මම මේ වැඩේ දිගට කරගෙන යනවා. ඉතින් මම ඇත්තටම ආරාධනා කරනවා තවත් කට්ටියට මේ total immersion ටිකක් කොහොම හරි කරලා දෙන්න කියලා අපේ මේ ජනතාවට නේද අපේ viewers ලට. මේගොල්ලන්ට මේ ඉංග්‍රීසි ඒවා දියුණු වෙන්න දියුණු කරවෙන්න ටෝටල් ඉමර්ෂන් කරන්න පොඩ්ඩක් සපෝට් කරන්න කියලා. එහෙනම් අපි අද මෙතනින් නවතිනවා. ටිකක් දිග වුණා වීඩියෝ එක. මට කරන්න දෙයක් නැහැ. කතාව ඒක තමයි. එහෙනම් අපි නවතිනවා. ෂෙයා කරන්න, ලයික් එකක් දෙන්න, කමෙන්ට් කරන්න. එහෙනම් බයි.